Hey surveys, and welcome back to K-Pop Skulls. I'm Paige.
I'm Kate.
And welcome back, guys. So this is our first official video doing this because we kept meaning to the last 2 years and we just haven't done it. But this is our first official top 20 songs of 2022 video. Yay! So unfortunately, Kate's list is not fully done yet, and that's just because of timing between when I was able to get our list done and her hours of work.
Yeah, because I literally worked from like 12:30 to 8:30.
Yeah.
Both Friday and Saturday.
Jeez. So yeah,
I just got home and then like pass out.
Yeah, she was exhausted, so I don't fault her at all for not finishing her list. So like, I'm not holding that against her. But so I'm excited. We still have my list, and then after the fact, once Kate's list's done, we'll post another video separately with hers. It'll probably be in the new year, because we won't have time in the next week, because Christmas is literally next week, to meet up. So it'll be in the new year, but you will have her list as well. We're also going to be playing a little game. We'll both be playing this one, because we each picked our 20 songs that we thought would be on each other's list. Whether or not we get them right, we're not going to try to guess which order they're going to be in, but we're just going to, except for the number ones. The number ones, I would say, I would guess. But everything else, we're just, if it's on the list or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also have some honorable mention songs that I will be talking about, too. Because there's literally 10 pages worth of songs that we checked out this year, and that's not even counting the other ones that didn't come out this year. We're only counting the ones that came out this year. And
otherwise I want to be 2022.
Yeah. So there was just so many songs, and so it was very difficult to pick only 20 that were my top. Except my top like 2 or 3 were easy. I was like, I already knew what ones were gonna be there, but adding the other ones in, I was like, but this one, but this one. So I have about 6 honorable mentions as well. So, do you want to start off the game and try to guess what my, well, I mean, we just said 20 songs, but,
right.
I didn't think this far ahead about the game. Just
I don't think either of us did. Because I know you said we don't have to guess in order, just guess like which songs you think will be on there.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go through the list.
Okay, so this is what she thinks will be on my list here. There should be a couple that you should know will be on this. The only one you're guessing is my top one. That is the one you have to guess right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Max Chongmin Devil. Or any Max Chongmin song.
Okay.
He's Chongmin.
Yes. Know. Yes. Okay.
You know. You know, you know.
So you think he's on the list? Okay.
I think he's on the list.
Okay.
Lie by BM.
Interesting. I do love BM.
I'm just gonna go through and choose which ones I think would be on there.
Okay. So that's 2 so far. So yeah, do 19 songs, and then you're gonna try to guess what my number 1 is. So 2 out of 19 so far. This is gonna be interesting to see if she can guess who's gonna be on my list here, because
I'm probably gonna be like completely off.
Honestly, I was surprised at some of the options that I ended up picking.
Tomboy.
By G-Idol?
Yep.
Okay.
And then Who by Moonbin and Sanha. I know how much you love that one.
That one is definitely usually
like a given.
So that's 4. I'm excited because you'll be surprised too.
Comma by Kihyun.
Okay, so that's 5.
You love Kihyun.
I do. Like I said, he's my alt from Monsta X, so I mean he's my bias.
Blow by Jackson.
Okay, you know I love my Jackson.
I do. What is that
now? You're at 6.
6. It's probably better if you keep count.
Yep.
Rocky by ETs.
Okay. 7.
Run BTS.
Okay, because you know I do love that one. Mm-hmm. That one's probably one of my favorite BTS songs. Yes, so it's 8.
probably not Playdom. That one was too bright. Future Perfect.
Okay, by Enha. Okay, so that's 9.
Ring the Alarm.
By Billy.
Card.
Oh, the Ring the Alarm. I thought you said the other one, that's why. Ring My Bell. That's what I was thinking of. I was like, oh, no, Ring the Alarm by Card. Okay, another BM.
We didn't really like Ring My Bell. Wasn't that their debut?
No, Ring My Bell was the rock one.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, their debut was the Ring Ring.
Arson by J-Hope.
Okay. That's 11.
Girls by aespa. I'm only on part 6 now. I'm leaving stuff. There's just so many that I know you like.
There's so many.
Paradox Invasion.
Okay, another Enha.
Gorilla.
By ATs, yep. Interesting, that's... Okay, so you're up to 14.
Definitely Cookie. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Gasoline.
15, okay. 4 more to go before you have to pick my number 1.
Shutdown.
Okay.
Case 143.
Interesting. Stray Kids.
Mm-hmm.
Two more.
Yeah, I'm looking. Anti-Fragile.
Okay.
And now I choose the top one, right?
Nope, you have one more and then you'll choose a top.
I can't really guess any of the newer ones because I haven't listened to them.
Do you guys think she was gonna get it?
Maybe. I guess Long Live the King.
Okay, as the 19th. Okay.
And then Two Baddies.
Oh, you think Two Baddies is my number 1?
It might be.
Okay.
I'm just winging it at this point, honestly.
Just winging it. Okay.
I'm just naming songs I know you like. Something has to stick, right?
I will tell you, you did get several that were on my list.
Awesome.
I'm not going to tell you which ones yet, but you did get several. So.
Wait, I'm gonna mark down which ones I got right so I know.
Okay.
Because you know how, like, we do the 1 for 1?
Oh, yeah, see how many, yeah. Okay.
See how many I got right.
Okay, I'm gonna play the game with you real quick, because even though your list is not done, this is what I think is gonna be on Kate's list.
Oh, hold on. I'll write it down then so we can
compare later.
Guesses.
Okay. So I'm just gonna do I'm gonna save your number 1 for last, and then I'm just gonna go through, 2 through 20 at this point. So 2 through 20 first, and then I'll do her number 1 last. So I think Johann Dessert's gonna be on your list. I think Trends TNT is gonna be on your list. Max Changmin Maniac, because that one's a really fun song and we love Max.
Maniac.
Max Chang Maniac. Vivi's Bop Bop. I also think that Wonho Eye on You is gonna be on your list, because I know how much you love that song.
It's such a good song.
It's so good. Billy Gingham Yo Yo, because this is the one we both were like, this was their first comeback, and we both loved that one, and I was like, that has to be on her list. Kihen Kama, because I know we both really like that one. Idol Tomboy. Kingdom Ascension, because that's also the one that was Dan's focus.
And I love Dawn.
Yes. I've Love Dive. Sungwoon Lala Pop, because we both really love Sungwoon a lot, and that was a really fun one for us. 13 would be Got7 Na Na Na, because it's our boys, Got7. Forestella Save Our Lives. Nyan Pop.
A lot of pop.
A lot of pop.
It's bop bop, la la pop, and pop.
Woojin Young Delicious, because that's another one we really did like a lot from him. And Hype and Bless Cursed. Kepler Up. AT's Gorilla. And then La Pomme the War.
That was such a good song.
It was so good. Oh my god. And then your number one. This is the number one that I thought. Blackpink Ready to Love.
Interesting.
Yeah. So those are my 20 that I think that are on her list. And that's why I think her number one would be. Just because I know you really like that one, and it's the kind of style you like with that kind of poppy EDM party beat. So.
Not crying in the club.
Not crying in the club. Okay. So now we're going to get to my official list. So let's see if you're right about my number one and stuff. But
are you going to start with 20 and work your way up?
Yep, I'm going to do 20, get up to 10, and then I'll do my honorable mentions, and then I'll do 10 to 1.
Okay.
So my number 20, Kihyun Kama.
So I was right.
Yeah, like I said, you were right on like several of the songs that ended up being on my list, so you were right on that one. If you guys know me, like I said, Kihyun is my ult from Monsta X. I absolutely love that man. So I'm like, that song, even though I love Voyager so much, and that was the title, Kama is just my favorite. Number 19, Very Very Oh. I'm obsessed with that song. It's an R&B bop. It's another one of those like body rolls sad in the club kind of songs. I freaking love that song. And I've been recently obsessed with Very Very. 18, Extraordinary Heroes Strawberry Cake.
Good song to use.
It was so good.
I feel like Extraordinary Heroes is underrated.
It's so underrated. I freaking love them. But yeah, that song, out of all of their songs, I think that is my favorite just because it's so eerie and creepy sounding. Number 17, Park Ji-hoon, Nitro.
I forgot that song existed, honestly.
Right, it was one of his newer ones, and I was like, I'm obsessed with this song. And ever since I heard it, I've just been playing it nonstop. Like, it's a problem. Number 16 is Nine Eye, Young Boy. You know how much I'm obsessed with Nine Eye lately. Like, since they debuted, I've been obsessed with them. Young Boy is their most recent comeback. And it's just like, it's got very much Peter Pan vibes. It's rock. I love them. Number 15 is DKB, Sober. It was so good. I honestly was struggling so much with this one because I was going to put 24/7 because I absolutely love that one with Junso being like the focal point. But I was like, but I listen to Sober so much more. And I was like, so I fought hard with that one. Number 14, Wonho, Don't Regret. Cause 난 더없이 행복해 지금 이 순간 후회하지 않아 난 Yeah I don't regret it, regret it baby 다시 듣고 싶다면 I say it again 언제든 말해줄게 Yeah I don't regret it 내 답은 늘 똑같아 His rock ballad. I had to put the rock ballad in there because I love it.
Always gotta have a rock ballad.
Always had to have a rock ballad, and of course it's Wonho. I love Wonho. Number 13, another one from Nine Eye, Wasted Youth. This is one of their B-sides off of their first release, and it's probably the one I listened to the most out of all of them, and I listened to all of them, so that was saying something. Number 12, Tempest, Can't Stop Shining. I told you, I love that song so much, and I was this close to putting Dragon in it because it's the new one and I absolutely love it, but I was like, just Can't Stop Shining wins. I can't.
Very close.
It was so close. Number 11, Golden Child, Replay. Freaking love Golden Child. I honestly almost put Awu because I love Awu so much.
Guessing Awu.
I honestly was this close to putting Awu, but I was like, but I love Replay, but I love Awu. Like, it was a struggle. It was another one of those fights. Okay, now we're gonna take a little bit of a break. So that was 20 through 11.
Mention time.
Honorable mention. So
I want to see if I get any of those right too.
Okay. So honorable mention, I'm gonna start with the one that came out today because it almost screwed up my entire list and I had to add it last minute because I was like, holy shit, I was attacked.
Corbin.
God damn it, Corbin. It's really funny because I had said he made it into my top 100, but he didn't make it into my top 20 for the year. But he
made it into your 26.
He did. He made it in my top 26, so he made it. His newest song that just came out about 12 days ago, I think it said, or 2 weeks ago or something, and it's Cold. That man's vocals are just insane. I'm obsessed with that man's voice. So, yeah, that song just had to work its way up real quick. First listen, I was like, it has to be my honorable mentions because it would have been on my list at some point. The next honorable mention, La Pomme, The War. Because I simp so hard for La Pomme.
Like, who doesn't?
Like, they're so incredible.
If you don't simp for La Pomme, you're simping wrong.
Right, like, why are you not simping over La Pomme? They're amazing. Sungwoon, Focus.
Hasegun?
Yes, Hasegun, Focus, because I absolutely love Focus so much from that man. Le Seraphim, Anti-Fragile.
Well, I was right about that one.
Yes,
it's an honorable mention.
It's an honorable mention. Like I said, it did make it on the list, just not in the top 20. I love that. That is, like I said, my favorite song from them so far. I have Unite, Bad Cupid, because I'm obsessed with that song. I love the dark side of them. And then the last one on my honorable mentions list is One Wee Montage. Because I gotta have One Wee on there. I absolutely, with Younghoon's voice and vocals, like, he's one of my favorite vocals in K-pop. Like, or not even just K-pop of all time. I freaking love it. So yeah, those are the honorable mentions for my list. And now we can go into my top 10. So this is where it's gonna get interesting. Number 10, Jackson, Below.
It tastes like cigarettes. I hit it every chance I get. Girl, you got me dripping sweat. You pull me back every time I quit. Yeah, it tastes like cigarettes. Your body feels like disrespect.
You got that right. I honestly thought it would have been higher on my list, but then when I was putting my list together, it just kind of came out like that, and I was like, okay. Number 9, Drippin', The One.
보이지 않았던 움직임 속에 think about you and I 본능적인 이끌림 필연적이었던 해와 달의 Nicholas 새고 나쁜 빛의 crowd even though 너와 나를 위한 plot 지금이야 no doubt
With their heavy metal random breakdown that I was not expecting. I was like, sirs, can you calm down? Number 8, Max Chungmin, Devil.
수없이 불어오는 것에 시련에 막혀 길 잃은 아이처럼 단 한 걸음 못 내딜 때 oh, devil 내게 속삭였지 피할 수 없는 가시도진
Well, I was right about it being Max Chongman.
Yes. You said Devil or any of Max Chungmin. I was like, you were right the first time when you said Devil. Because I listened to that song on repeat as well. That is probably the best kind of soul music I've ever heard. Oh my god, Fever is another amazing song.
I know how much you loved it when it came out.
Yeah. Like, that was another one that was very close to being on the list. Number 7, Drippin', again, with Zero.
I can be 0, I can be 1, I can be 0, oh I can be 1, yeah, I can be 0, I can be 1, I can be 0, oh I can be 1. 어중간하게 걸터 앉아있어 나도 잘 모르겠어 조금 더 삐딱하게 사람들은 헷갈린다고 내게 말해 둘 중에 하나는 정리해 그래야 그뿐이 된다 또
You got Drippin' at 9 and 7.
Yes. Like I said, it's funny, I have Nine Eye Toys on here, I have Drippin' Toys. Like, that just shows how much these new groups are attacking me. Like, it's a problem. Number 6, TXT, Good Boys Gone Bad. It was a struggle between some of the songs that I had on the list. I was like, ah! And so, yeah, but I absolutely loved that one. Number 5. This is where it gets really interesting, my top 5. Because this is where I was like, this is going to be easy what my top 5 are going to be. Number 5, ATEEZ, Gorilla. Definitely. I was like, it's Gorilla. It's Hongjoon having a screamo part. Of course I have to have Gorilla in there.
And it's 80s.
And it's 80s.
It's gotta make the list.
It's honestly surprising how much 80s, like, not more of their songs were on the list from the album. Like, it was close. Number 4. This one should not surprise you in any way. It might surprise you that it's as I should say, low or high. Because, I mean, low is in, it's close to the top, but also high because it should be lower, you know? Where this song ranked. 10, Birthday.
Baby, dance, dance, dance. Wrap me up for your devotion. It's a bad romance. Got my body rocking in slow motion. But I can't come broken on the tightrope, hanging on the tension. Let me down, down, down with you. Let me give you my attention. Got no self-control, 'cause I want it all. So I'ma make you feel like tonight's your birthday.
We know how bad I was attacked with that one.
And you're a huge 10 simp.
I am. He's my ult from NCT. I'm a huge 10 simp. Like, it's a problem. Number 3, Tan, Walking on the Moon. You know how bad that storyline and that song hit me. I'm a huge that I love that one. Number 2, Moonbin and Sana Who.
미소를 걷어 철저히 너 숨겨진 비밀 사이 끝없이 원하진 날 어둠 속에 부딪히는 듯날 시선을 거둬 발을 멈춰 절대 나를 잡을 수는 없을까 눈을 감아볼까 Oh my, oh my 너를 줬던 그림자 Oh my Who are you looking for?
I knew it.
It honestly, I honestly was going to put it as my number 1, but then when I was looking at the list and I looked and I was comparing it to my Spotify top 100 and like I was like, wait a minute, no, I listened to the song way more.
Because I decided not to put it as your number 1 because I knew we've had this conversation before
Yeah.
where you're like, I don't think it's my favorite song anymore.
I was like, it's still one of my favorites, but I don't think it's my number 1 for the year. Like, even though I said it was going to be, and it's still my number 2 for the year. So that's still saying something about the song that came out in March that I said it's going to be my number 1 for the year. We had barely even entered the year, and it's still my number 2 at the end of the year. So that's saying something. Number 1. This should not be a surprise for anybody who's been on the channel and who knows me and knows how much I love this group. Is it surprising to you? He's just like, Rah! You're okay, buddy. You're okay. Stop crying. Okay, it's like I said, this group is one of my... It's the quickest we've ever stanned a group. It is one that we have loved so much and will support no matter what happens. And that is Omega X and the song Love Me Like. much I listen to that
I know.
song. Like, that was my number one in my Spotify for the year Wrapped. Like, that I listened to that song constantly. And I was like, when it showed me how much I listened to it, I was honestly scared and surprised at myself with how much I listened to that song. But I'm like, it makes sense how much I stand them and I love them. But yeah.
I got 6 right.
You did. Like I said, you were able to get at least, like I said, when you were naming them off, and I was just looking at my list, and I was like, she knows me too well, honestly. But, yeah.
And I love how Rise are like the 4th gen girl groups.
Right.
The only girl group you have on here is the 4th gen.
Honestly, like I said, out of all the ones I was putting on the list, Idol Tomboy was going to be on my list. It really was. But then all these 4th gen boy groups came out and decided to drop bangers left and right, and I'm like, I can't keep up with
Who
you.
asked you to come back?
Right. I'm like, how dare you? And yeah, and so then that kind of screwed up my list. And then the more I was going through the list of all the songs we've done for the year, and I'm just like, there are so many songs we have here. And I was like, there's so many that could have easily made my list if other ones hadn't come out. But then I was like, but then there's these ones that I listen to more than others. And I also based my decision on the ones that I listen to the most. Like, because I may love a song, even like the first listen, I may love it, but I don't listen to it all the time. Whereas like there's other songs where I'm like, I constantly listen to them. Like I said, Love Me Like, since it dropped, it has been on a constant loop on my playlist. Like, I listen to that probably once or twice a day, if not, at least once a day. Like, it's a constant song that I listen to, and I absolutely love it. The beat, the whole vibe of it, the choreography, the guys killed that comeback, and especially with everything else going on, whatever, I was like, it's surprising, but it's not surprising that became my number one, because it was going to be who. It honestly was going to, until I realized Omega X Love Me Like was on the... I was like, oh shit, that did come out this year. I'm like, that's gotta be number one. And then obviously, we've talked about it before, and I've said it before, Moonbin Sana's Who. I love the concept. I love everything about that one. It is my number 2 for a reason. Tan Walking on the Moon, you guys know how much we love that storyline and that song. Like, that's another one that's constantly... Like I said, my top... probably 5, I was kind of guaranteed what I knew was going to be in my top 5. I just didn't know exactly where they would rank. I knew they would be my top 5 though. So, but it just goes to show you how much we know each other in our friendship. That she got 6 out of my 26 right. Next year we should try to guess the spots on the list which songs will go. Make it harder for ourselves to see if we can actually get it right.
We'd be like 0 for 0.
We would. But hey, now my record is I have to break your 6 out of the 26. So if you get 7, I'll be happy. I know for a fact that there's probably 2 on the list that I know are going to be on yours. Because you told me that they could have been your number 1s.
I can think of 2 that you guessed that are definitely going to be on my list. I won't tell you which ones.
No, I will say it right here now. There's 2 that I know that I'm going to say right here that have to be on her list at some point. Johan, Dessert, and Trends TNT. Because we had this conversation where she said both of them... Literally last night.
Oh, TNT was my number 1 for a little bit.
Yeah, she's like, both of them could have been her number 1. And I was like, they're going to be on our list at some point. I don't know if they're going to be in the top or if they're going to be towards the bottom, but they're going to be on the list. So that is my guesses, as those 2 at least. And if I'm going to guess a girl group, Idol. Idol's going to be on her list at least once.
Too bad we can't include B-sides. Too bad we're just doing title tracks.
See, I was, like I said, there were B-sides on the list too that we kind of reacted to that were somewhat part of the list, but it's the majority of title tracks. But I was like, I know for a fact if we tried to do B-sides, it would not end well.
We would have like a million songs to choose from.
Exactly. I was like, there's no way. We already have 10 pages worth of title tracks, let alone if we tried to add B-sides to everything we want to listen to. Run BTS was this close to being on the list, but there was so many. I'm like, it was so hard. It was so hard to decide. It was like, it was going to be my honorable mentions if I hadn't had the other ones, and if I didn't constrict myself to only, like the 6 that I did. Because it was only 5 for my honorable mentions, but then Corbin happened, and I just stuck him in there because I was like, damn it, I have to.
And it literally just happened today.
It literally just happened today, and I was like, he was either going to screw up my whole top 20, or if I just shove him in my honorable mentions, it would have been better. So that's why I did that. But
maybe I'll just make honorable mentions B-sides.
Yeah, we could do a whole separate video with just B-sides. Top B-sides of this 2022. But yeah, these were our top songs of 2022. My top 20 of 2022. Like I said, Kate's will be coming out as soon as her list is done. We will be filming a whole separate video for that one. So just wait for that one to be probably out in the new year at some point. But yeah. Once this is edited, I'm gonna try to edit in some. You probably, if you're seeing this video now, if you're listening to me talk right here, you'll probably see some clips of the songs for each one in here. But future editor note for myself if I do it. If not, I either didn't have the time or
the motivation.
Or the motivation, or the copyrights were too strong. Either way, I will try to do like little 5-second snippets or whatever of each song. 10-second snippets. That way it doesn't get like heavily blocked. But yeah. We hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know what your top 20 is. Do you guys agree with our list? Do you have any matching songs from our list? Also, comment down, kind of guess now, since Kate's video hasn't come out, kind of guess what her top 20 is going to be. I'm curious to see if they're going to guess any. I'm curious.
Me too.
Let us know who you think might
Jory,
be on her list.
If you're watching this,
you
always count on you to comment.
So you know Jory will. Jory will be like, I got you.
Come on, Jory.
But yeah. Anything else you want to say for this?
I'm good.
Alright guys, we hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, this is a little different format than our normal ones, but it's because it's our top 20. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll see you guys in the new year. Bye.